My fellow patriots, we're back. The Rise of Liberty podcast. Edwards, Stames. Back again.
What's happening, Edwards?
We're back again. Another little YouTube vid. What do you think?
Bro, let me ask you. Did you see the after the State of the Union, they brought out another Kennedy? Young Joey.
Little Joey.
Little Joey the third.
JK3. JK3.
Perhaps suffering from a very bad case of chapped lips. I'm not sure what's going on there. It seemed that he used the whole jar of Vaseline on his lips. Now, I've heard some people say that it's a strategy so that you don't have the water drinking escapade of Marco Rubio. I'm not sure that would work for me, though, because I don't know. I mean, if you're thirsty, isn't that different than, I don't know. Dry mouth, if your tongue is dry, is Vaseline on your lips helping out there? I'm not sure about that.
Listen,
Sure about that strategy.
I would fashion myself as being a nervous person a little bit in the past. You know, public speaking, things like that.
Yes.
I never, ever, 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 ever once heard or actually felt the need to drink incessantly. But I never heard of putting Vaseline on your lips. I don't know if that's a stage trick. I don't know who does that. Never heard of it, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of it either. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I mean, I could try to guess, but I don't know. I've never seen it. I'm just not sure.
Hey, if anybody knows, leave it down in the comments because I'm interested. I don't know why he chose to do this. But
yeah, Joe Kennedy III, if you're listening, let us know. Why did you do this?
Joe Kennedy III, we know you're listening, so put it down in the comments. Why did you do it? I will say this. It immediately went viral. Joe Kennedy was trending on Twitter, and it wasn't because he was doing such a great job. It was all about his lips. So if this was his audition like they do every year to push a young Democrat up the ranks, this was an ultimate fail, in my opinion.
Dude, I just picked up my iPad. And I put in there Joe Kennedy III speech. And the first choice I was given was a New York Post article that says Joe Kennedy explains drool during speech.
Oh, okay. Do we have an explanation? Can you get us one?
Kennedy said, oddly enough, I decided to go a little bit light on the chapstick this morning if he brought the lip balm with him. So he was making fun of himself on, I guess, Good Morning America, saying that...
That's pretty funny, actually.
He went light on the chest. So he obviously is aware that he had too much chapstick on his lips. So he's saying it was chapstick, not Vaseline.
Okay.
So, but they do say that there were some nice tweets out there. As one tweet said, ask not what your country can drool for you. Ask what you can drool for your country.
That's awesome.
So that is in vintage Kennedy style there, right?
That is awesome.
So, dude, getting past his lips, if that's possible.
Yes.
At least the physical look of his lips. What did you think of the speech itself?
I thought it was terrible. I thought he was terrible. I thought... Definitely when I got to the point... Here was the point for me. When he flipped over to the Spanish speech. Mm-hmm. At that point, it was just kind of obvious. We talk about it all the time. Get those votes. Be damned. We got to get that Mexican vote. That's exactly what that was. And, of course, the crowd reacted like he wanted them to. So I guess he did a good enough job in that respect. But I didn't like it came across as fake to me. He came across as I'm going to purposely speak like this because I mean it. Because I'm a Democrat. It just came off as just totally fake.
And I'm upset with everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he had, it was a very highly dramatic voice. Mm-hmm. In fact, I'm going to call it over-dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
again, there was a lot of fake outrage. There was a lot of fake, sadness, whatever. These people don't care,
No.
and dude, why are we always placating to the Kennedys? Like, I don't understand why we're so consumed with this aristocratic family of America. I mean, if we had a royal family, I guess it would be the Kennedys.
Definitely.
Joe Kennedy, the original Kennedy, the rich man.
Yes, the old man.
That now has, these, I don't know, there's probably as many trusts in the Kennedy family as there is dollars, it seems, to save the money. And I'm not knocking that, because they do the trust to save the money from going through the estate tax, and I'm fine with that. Because
I'm okay with that. Yeah.
I'm one who believes that if you pay taxes on everything you earned, you shouldn't have to pay them again when you die.
Right. Agreed.
And pass it to your kids or whoever. That's bullshit to me. So I'm all right with that. But dude, when you look at Joe Kennedy, I mean, dude, the way he amassed his fortune, I mean, almost everything he did to make money was illegal. He was, reports say that, well, several mafia men have come out and said they worked with him in the time of prohibition with alcohol. He's probably the main reason why we have laws for insider trading, because that's where he really made his money in the beginning. I mean, this guy and his buddies would inflate stocks falsely and get people to buy in, and then they would sell out quick and let the stock bust, and all those people who bought in would go broke. And that was okay.
That would be insider trading, yes.
Yes. Now, wouldn't that seem to be to you? Wouldn't that be the exact person that the Democrats of today would hate?
Well, we've said it before. JFK himself would not be considered a Democrat today. But to answer your question, I think it does go back to November 22nd, 1963. It all goes back to the fact that JFK was assassinated. And then Bobby Kennedy. I mean, in my opinion, I don't think this Americans being enamored with the Kennedy family. If JFK died of natural causes, I don't think you would see this obsession. I really don't. And I'll be the first to admit, I am one that is obsessed with that whole assassination, but I don't treat them as royalty. I mean, here I am, it's Joe Kennedy the third. I don't really give a shit what his last name is. He came across as a dope. But I think that's what it is. I think for the American people, it all goes back to the fact that he was assassinated.
So at the age of 30, the old man became a stockbroker. He made a fortune through insider trading and stock manipulation. He was a master of the stock pull. A stunt in which a few traders conspired to inflate a stock's price, selling out just before the bubble burst, leaving others bankrupt and destitute. They traded in illegal booze. In 1973, mob boss Frank Costello said that he and Kennedy were bootlegging partners. I mean, dude, I don't know. I have a hard time with why we're so enamored. Because what I'm thinking, as soon as I saw him on Tuesday night, I thought, oh, geez, here, we kept on saying, who's the young, meat that they're going to bring in to try and win the presidency? Could you imagine Donald Trump debating against young Joe Kennedy?
Oof. I hope we get to see it, to be honest, because that'll be... Boy, Trump would destroy him, I gotta think. He'd be destroyed. And for the Democrats to roll him out just because of his last name, I think that tells me something, too. They're already desperate.
Well, and, from the looks of what I'm looking at online, polling the Democrats, they're all saying he was great that night. So they're giving him all kinds of high marks and kudos and high fives and the whole 9 yards. So they're very happy with the job that he did.
Good, run him.
So this might be their guy. Bro, I mean, it is something that, is it possible that JFK's death could cover so many? I mean, dude, the many sins of the Kennedy family. I mean, it's a family that a lot of people say they're cursed.
Yes.
I mean, there you had Ted Kennedy, who, had that car accident where that young lady died.
I was just about to say, does the name Mary Jo Kopechne mean anything to you?
Yeah. Drowned in 3 inches of water.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with him, though. I mean, bro, it's whatever. Run your Kennedy. Do it. I want to see it. That'd be fantastic.
That was Chappastickaquiddick. Look that up if you don't know what we're talking about there with Ted.
Now it's Chappastickaquiddick. see what I did there?
I love it. Chappastickaquiddick.
So wait. It's Chappastickaquiddick. Maybe it's Chappastickick. Stick it. I don't know.
Somebody tweet Joe right now. Hashtag Chappastickaquiddick. Oh, beautiful. So we agree here. We agree that this would be the wrong choice, and they are saying it's a good choice.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Okay.
Bring them out. Roll them out.
And I honestly think there's probably a percentage of Democrats, maybe more centered Democrats, that are going to look at the fact that it's a Kennedy and think, oh, we're getting desperate. I don't like this.
Well, dude, when he made the comment about the transgendered young person and he compared them to something else, it was like, I didn't even get that. Like, are transgender people getting killed constantly here by the Republicans? I mean, what's going on there? Because he made it sound like Donald Trump is killing transgendered people.
Well, it's just another talking point. They want transgendered people, I guess because they think they're stupid, like they think the rest of America is stupid. They want them to think that Donald Trump wants them dead. Now, if you're transgendered out there, just think to yourself, am I dead? And if the answer is no, then you should probably act appropriately there,
And if you can answer yourself, then you're not dead.
Right.
So
they'll stop at
well,
nothing.
there you go.
They'll stop.
Hopefully they have their man.
Kennedy,
but then what
Trump.
do the women do? I mean, should they run a woman?
I would like to see Kennedy versus Trump. Kennedy versus Trump.
You would love that.
That'd be great.
I'm for it. Let's do it.
Let's do it right now. Write it down. 3 years.
We can have another Kennedy.
Woohoo.
Now, we've only had one Kennedy run, that actually was able to run for president and win. Mm-hmm. Ted did try it. He could never do it.
Nope.
But maybe young Joey can break in.
My Joey. My Joey.
I have my doubts, but maybe he can. We'll see. Well, that was fun.
That was excellent. I'm not sure this just hit me, but what is Joey's middle name? Could he be a JFK? Let me look that up.
That's a great question.
Because that's going to be a great gimmick to them. He's a JPK. Joseph Patrick.
Oh, so that's right. Because his dad was Joe P. and he's the third. So,
right. Okay. Yeah. JPK.
Right.
There he is. All right. Anything else on Mr. Kennedy?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, if that's it, buddy.
The only thing is that if you listen to our podcast on the State of the Union address, I do make the point, and I'll just reiterate now, that I thought his speech was very negative, very dark, and at a time where America seems to be on the rise, I do see it as the same tactic and strategy that the Democrats took with Ronald Reagan, and at that time it cost them 12 years of the presidency. So, again, I know I've been saying this a lot, but they better be right. They better hope that they're reading the pulse of the American people correctly.
That's right.
But I have my doubts that they are doing that. So,
well said, sir. Well said. Until next time, this is Edwards, and he is Stames. Follow us on Twitter at RiseOfLiberty1, the number 1.
Now, before you do our outro, you better put some chapstick on your lips so you know. you don't have the drool.
Yeah, I don't want to go too heavy, though. But then again, we're not on video, so who cares?
Oh, good.
Right?
Okay.
There you go. Like it, subscribe to it, comment. Let us know what you think of the possibility of Joe Kennedy running against Trump. And we'll address it next time.
Yeah, and if you think you have a better idea than Joe Kennedy, let us know who that is.
Yes, absolutely. So, thanks for listening, everyone. Subscribe to us, please. There's going to be more content coming. Till next time, give me liberty.
Or give me death.